Hi guys, good evening. Hello. Yes guys, good evening. Can you hear me? Yes, good evening guys.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I hope everyone able to hear me. Yeah, so we'll start session. So yesterday, just to discussed about Java contents. What is exactly JDK? Yes, JDK contains what? Yes, 7 p.m. Yes, JDK. The JDK contents. Yesterday, what is Java? So what is JDK? The JDK, different editions in JDK. Okay, next. Yes, about standardization. Yes, standardization contents. Next, about interpretation. These contents are discussed. That list. Okay. So JDK contents we discussed. This is complete JDK. JDK contents clear. Okay. So first, today we should start about this one here. Features, Java features. Yes, main features of Java. Yes, main features. Main features. Yes, main features of Java. So the main features. Yes, independent of platform, portability, next oops language, scalability, and security. These features we should discuss. Yes, independent of platform means just its OS, independent of OS. Okay, right? Portability means run anywhere. Next, oops language means object-oriented programming language. Yes. To understand these features, there are some prerequisites. To understand about these things here, to understand about these features. So first of all, yes, you must have some knowledge, like OS knowledge. What is OS? Operating system. Yes, about OS. What is operating system? Yes, operating system, how it's working. Okay. See, independent platform. How Java made us independent platform here. How Java made us independent platform. How Java made us independent of platform. To understand this, yes, operating system, how OS is working. Platform is OS. Platform is just its OS. Platform is its OS here. So how OS is working? Yes, about OS. That we'll discuss. Okay, OS. Yes, next about exe file knowledge. So what is exe file? Next, what is dot class file? The dot class file knowledge. So next, yes, what is compiler? So what is compiler? And next, so interpreter. See here, Java depending compiler and interpreter. So that knowledge here, see, to understand these features, they are the main features of Java. They are the main features. Main features here. Yes, we'll see all these features today here. Yes, to understand all of the features, to understand all of these features here, yes, you must have this knowledge, like OS knowledge, how OS is working, how OS is working. Next, what is exe file? What is dot class file? Dot class is Java program file. Next, how compile working, how interpreter is working. Next, apart from this, generation of languages. About generation of languages, generation of languages, generation of languages. Okay. Next, apart from this, yes, high level languages, low level languages. Okay. So high level and low level. Yes, this knowledge. So once you have all these things here, you can understand the Java features. See, I can explain Java features directly. I can explain, but something like looks like a by hatting the definitions and all this looks like a by hatting. No, I want to make you like that. I want to explain including internals. Okay, how Java made us independent platform. Okay, how JVM is working. Okay, how JVM yes makes the Java is independent platform, including internals we'll discuss. Okay, so including suppose yes, simply I can explain definition, next I can go to next topics, but that is not my way here. So how it is made as independent platform? So when you are attending some interviews here, interviews they will ask including internals also. You have that knowledge. Like they'll be asking about what is exe file, okay, what is dot class file. Can you differentiate between exe file and dot class file? See exe file. This exe file topic is related to independent platform. Dot class file. This topic is related to independent platform. Okay, right? Next portability in this compiler interpreter. These things. Yes, all these topics comes from this. Okay, so first let us have a discussion on this. What is OS? What is exe file? What is dot class file? What is compiler? What is interpreter? Next, what are the different generation of languages? Different generation of language, like first generation, first GL, like second GL, second GL, next third GL, third GL. Yes, next fourth GL. There are some different generations. We'll see all the generations here. Generation of language. Okay, so these topics. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. So one by one, we'll see here. Okay. Yes. So here, yes, 1 minute, 1 second. Yes, let us go to Java documents, actual Java documents. So this is your document. Yes. So recently updated documents. Yes. Today also this document updated. Yes, somehow I added some topic. This is. Yes. So this is before going to Java, there are some introduction concepts here. Like what is system software, what is application software. Next about voice, what is voice. So next about front end, back end. Next languages and packages. Yes, in language, high level language, low level languages, these things. Next, yes, about generation of language, different generation of languages. Next, about interpreter and compiler. Okay, next, what is Java? Java, depending on both compiler interpreter. So these concepts here. So these concepts we'll discuss after finish, like source code to byte code to binary code. All these concepts. Can we create exe file in Java? There are some concepts here. Okay, so once you once you understand these concepts, once you know these concepts here, then easy to understand Java features. So next we'll go to Java features. So before going to Java features, there are some prerequisites, some basics. Yes, we'll start from basics. I'm starting from very basics. Okay. Yes, even these basics, non-IT background guy also can understand. Okay. Here my intention is, yes, when you're facing interview here, you have to explain everything. So everything you have to answer. Yes, including fundamentals. There are some unknown facts. Even it's a fundamentals, even fundamentals. These are some unknown facts. Even some guys are having 10 years of experience. They don't know. Just you ask anyone how many generation of language, they will not answer. Okay, next. What's exactly difference between interpreter and compiler? Even they can't answer exactly. 10 years of experience. Even they can't answer. Okay. Next, about exe file. What is exactly exe file? What is dot class file? They can't answer because they don't know about fundamentals. They already started working on Java. There are some fundamentals. Okay. So once you facing interview, every question you have to answer. That is my intention. So for that reason, I'm starting from beginning here, from basics. I'm starting from basics. Okay. After finishing all these basics here, yes, we'll go to Java features. We'll see about Java features. The Java features. The Java features we'll discuss. Okay. So these things anyone can understand. Yes, even non-IT background guy also can understand. Non-IT background. Yes, anyone can understand. Okay. So let us start from the beginning here. From the beginning. Let us start from the beginning. Okay. Let us start from the beginning. Okay. See, very basics. Yes, even new to computer field also you can understand. See, computer where, computer where. See, computer were basically two categories, right? Computer were basically two categories. First one, hardware. Yes, second one, software. Hardware and software. So first one, hardware. Next one is software here. So hardware means these are physical components of a computer. Hardware means these are physical components of a computer, like keyboard. Okay. So like yes, like keyboards. Yes, hardware means These are physical components of a computer like keyboards, mouse, hard disk, monitor. These all the hardware components we can touch. We can touch all these parts. But we are not hardware engineers. We are not a hardware engineers. We are not a hardware engineers. We are the software engineers. So let us move to software. So our topic is software. So what is a software? So what is a software? See, in software, yes, everything is a program. Everything is a program. In software, everything is a program. In software, yes, in software, everything is a program. Okay. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It is a yes collection. It's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs like C program. Yes, maybe C++. Yes, maybe Java. Yes, maybe Python. Like this different programs. It's a collection of programs. Software, in software everything is program, just it's a collection of programs, right? Yes, in software basically two categories. There are two categories in software here. Categories, there are two categories. First one, yes, system software. First one, system software. Second one, application software. Second one, application software. Second one, application software. Okay, system software and application software. Okay, see here. So computerware is starting from fundamentals, from the basics. So before going to Java features, just this starting here. So computerware is hardware and software. So we are the software engineers. So let us start with software here. Software. Yes, in software, everything is a program. It's a collection of programs. See, software basically two categories. In software, basically two categories. Software basically two categories. So first one, system software. Next one, application software. Software basically two categories. System software. Next, application software. See, Java comes under application software. Java is application software. Java comes under application software. Okay. So before going to that here, let us see something about system software. So what is system software? So what is a system software? System software. What is system software? So what is system software? System software. See, this one interacts with hardware components. System software. This one interacts. This one interacts with the hardware components. Interacts with hardware components. This one interacts with hardware components. Interacts with hardware components. System software. System software. This one interacts with hardware components. For example, here, yes, device drivers, and operating systems. Device drivers and operating systems, right? Yes. Yes, about ways we should discuss. We'll discuss. Okay, Java is independent platform. Java is independent platform, right? To understand that, yes, about ways we should discuss. We'll discuss. Wait. So this is about system software. System software. This one interacts with hardware components. System software. This one interacts with hardware interacting with hardware components. Interacting with hardware components like a keyboard, next screen, next printer, yes, maybe TV, different kind of hardware components. Okay. Next, application software. So what is application software? Let us see application software. So what is application software? Yes, what is application software? See, application software. See, application software. This is, yes, for the purpose of application development. Application software. Yes, for the purpose. For the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. Application development. For the purpose of application development. See, Java comes under application software. Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. Application apps. There are different kinds of applications. See, in our day-to-day life, yes, in our day-to-day life here, we are using many applications. In our day-to-day life, we are using many applications. We are using many applications. Many applications like Facebook is an application. Okay, Twitter is an application. Right? Next, Flipkart. Yes, it's an application. Okay. Yes, next. Suppose WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp. It's an application. WhatsApp is an application. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, Flipkart, WhatsApp. Yes, next. Yes, Amazon online services. Suppose yes, websites, company websites. Yes, all the applications, all their applications, right? All these applications here. Facebook, Twitter, Flipkart, like this. All the applications. To develop these kind of applications here, we need some application software. Java comes under application software. Yes, application software. For application software example, so application software example. Yes, application software example. Java. Java is an example of application software. C language. C language. Next C++. Next Hadoop. Okay, next databases. Databases. All these application softwares. Okay, these all are application softwares. Except operating system. Except operating system. Yes, except operating systems. Except operating systems. Yes, all are application softwares. All are application. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. Yet, except ways. Except ways. See, operating systems like a Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Unix operating. They are operating systems. These are operating systems. Okay, these are operating systems. Okay, so except these operating systems. 1 second. This guy, I think, struggling something here. Yes, yes, Shivani. Yes, please rejoin the session. Just rejoin the session. Yes, rejoin. So this guy has to rejoin. Yes, he's showing in offline. Yes, Shivani has to rejoin. Rejoin. Yes, even this guy is also one more. Yes, yes, Reddy also has to rejoin. Yes, this guy also has to rejoin in the session. Yes, may not be audible. This guy also has to rejoin in this session. May not be audible. Has to rejoin. Okay. Yes. Yes. See, except ways. Except ways. Like Windows ways, Linux ways, Unix ways. Except operating systems, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. Like Java, it's application software. Hadoop is application software. Database is application software. Suppose SAP, it's application software. Oracle, ERP application software. Some testing tools like a Selenium tool, application software. QTP tool, application softwares. Some reporting tools like ClickView, Tableau. All these are application softwares. All these are application softwares. All these are application softwares. Okay. So except ways, except operating systems. See, we are using many application softwares, right? Like Java, Python, Hadoop, databases, SAP, Oracle ERP, next Tally ERP, next reporting tools like just like BA tools like Matica on data warehousing. Yes, next ClickView, Tableau. Like this, many things we are using in the markets. Many things we are using, right? All our application softwares except ways. Except ways, everything is application software. Okay. Yes, like AWS, next DevOps, all these, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application software except ways. Except ways, simple. Except ways, everything is application software. Except ways, everything is an application software. Except ways, everything is an application software. Okay, fine. Yes, so this is actually our term. Java comes in application software. Okay, Java comes under application software. 1 second. Let us go to document here. This is our document here. See, you guys, yes, notes not required. Yes, don't write any running notes. It's not necessary. I have prepared document very clearly. Every topic is there in document here. Okay, so every word is there, nothing missing. So whatever the topics I'm explaining notepads. See, I'll be explaining, yes, notepad. I'll explain the notepads and Word documents. I'll be using these two things, right? So whatever the topics I'm explaining here. So everything is there in documents. Nothing missing here. Everything I have prepared in documents. Even single word is not missing. Okay, even single word is not missing here. Next, one more thing here. Yes, even extra also it won't be. So whatever I'm explaining, same thing will be in document here. Okay, nothing extra in document, everything will be explaining here. Okay, so whatever the document content, same thing explaining here. So whatever I'm explaining, same thing as it is in document here. So both matching, even sequence matching, every even sequence as line by line matching. As per my way of teaching, that order of teaching. Yes, document also same as like a order of teaching. See, today topic, introduction to software. So started with software. See, software is a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs such as C, C++, Java, SQL, and other programs. Software basically two categories. Two categories. Okay. So system software next application software series. System software next application software. A system software, yes, it interacts. It interacts with hardware components. Interacts with hardware components. Example: device drivers, operating systems. Same thing. Explain in Notepad also. Okay. See, application software for the purpose of application development. Example: C, C++, Java, .NET, ERP. All the application softwares. Correct. Yes. Next, except ways. All are application softwares. Even this point also mentioned. See this except ways, except operating system, all are application softwares. Okay, so same these points as is covered. Okay, fine. Yes, so our topic is application software. Yes, application software. So our topic is application software. This is Java comes to application software. So before going to application software, before going to this actual Java application software here, let us see something about ways. What is ways? About ways. See, see this here, software. So you get basically two categories: system software and application software. So system software, this one interacts with hardware components, device drivers, and operating systems. Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. There's some examples of applications. Maybe banking application. Okay, maybe yes, stock exchange application, mobile app, all the applications. Okay, so except ways, all are application softwares. Okay. Yes, so this is our actual topic. Java comes under application software. Java is application software. So before that, let us see something about OS. What is OS? See, what is device driver? Device drivers are to run the devices, running some device. So printer, to run the printer device, driver required. Driver required. Suppose scanner connected to our computer, some driver required. TV, driver required. Okay, printer, TV, scanner, projector, for all these things, some drivers required. Okay, so the driver setup required. Of course, that's not our part. Yes. Now let us go to ways. Yes, to understand Java independent platform, let us say about ways concepts here. So once you have the ways knowledge here, then easy to understand Java independent platform. Okay, Java independent, Java features, Java features in Java features. This is independent platform, right? Yes, to understand this, let us say about ways here. Okay, 1 second. See, there are Java features, right? See Java. So JDK 1.0, first version of Java released with these features in 1995 with main features like this. So to understand these features here, now we are discussing these basics. Why we are discussing all these basics? Mainly to understand these features. Directly I can go to features, I can explain. But something like a by heading, like a simply I can explain definition, next I can go to next topic. That is not my way. Internal topics, including internal topics, we'll discuss. We'll discuss very clearly. Okay. Yes. So about ways. Yes, ways. So about operating system. Here, some question for you guys. Some question. Yes, can we run any program? Any program? Yes, without ways. Without ways. There's a question. Simple question. Can we run any program without ways? Simple question. Can we run any program without ways? Say yes or no. Of course, I'm here to explain everything. I'll explain very clearly. But just I'm asking your idea. Just I'm asking your idea. So can we run any program without ways? Basic question. It's very simple, basic question. Who is having minimum software knowledge, they can answer this question. Yes, it's a minimum question in software field. Basic question. Can we run any program without ways? Say yes or no. Yes, see, in our computer, without ways, can you start your computer first of all? Without ways, can you start your computer? No, compulsory OS requires. Okay, so here answer is for this answer is no. We can't run. Okay, we can't run. Can we run any program without OS? Answer no. Without OS we cannot run. Okay, can we run any program without OS? No, answer is no. We can't run. Okay, see. Then what is let us see about what is OS. What is operating system? So what is operating system? So what is operating system? Let us see. So what is operating system? Okay, yes, let us see. So what is waste exactly? Let us say about waste. So what is exactly waste? Okay, see your laptop. Someone purchased your laptop. Purchased your laptop means hardware. So hardware purchased. Purchased your laptop. Okay, after purchasing hardware, next what? OS you have to install, right? Yes, operate. So next operating system setup. Operating system, right? So once operating system setup is done, system is ready. Okay, see, this is my system with OS, right? So once OS is ready here, yes, now system is ready. Once OS setup is done, OS setup is done after purchasing your computer, after purchasing your laptop, yes, you have to set up the OS. So once you set up the OS, your system is ready. Okay, now these are OS, right? My system to OS. Now this OS is responsible to run any request here. To run any program, OS is responsible to run any program. Okay, right? Any program. To run any program, that OS requires. Okay, yes, fine. Now OS is ready. System is ready. Suppose learning C language. To learn C language, that C software you have to install. Suppose learning C++, that you have to install. Suppose learning Java software you have to install. So Python learning, Python software. Okay, right? Suppose using some database. So database you have to install. Suppose Hadoop, working with Hadoop. So these softwares you have to install here. So all these are what here application software. They are application softwares. These are application softwares. Application software, right? It's application software. C, C++, Java, Python, database, Hadoop, all their application softwares. Okay. Yes, all these application softwares running at top of OS. Okay, without this waste here, these application software never working here. It won't work here. Application software won't working here. So every application software running on top of OS. On top of OS. Okay. Even for MS Office also. Yes, even for MS Office. Even for MS Office. Even for MS Office also. Yes, even for MS Office also OS required. Even for MS Office also OS required here. So without OS we can't do anything here. Compulsory OS required. Yes, even for MS Office. To run MS Office also OS required. Without OS we can't do anything here. So on top of OS all are running, right? So it's working like a platform. Yes, it's like a platform. So on top of it all are running. So OS giving platform. Okay. So OS giving platform. Here platform is OS. See here, Java features independent of platform. So what is platform? Platform is OS. Now we should discuss about platform. How platform is working, how OS is working. Let us say about OS. That OS internals we'll see now here. Okay. So OS. So OS. So OS it's a platform. On top of it, everything is running it. So what is operating system? Simple answer. What is operating system? Yes, it is a it's a platform. It's a platform. Yes, it's a platform. Yes, it is a OS is a platform. Yes, where we can run. Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform where we can run. Yes, all the application softwares, all the application softwares, all the application, right? All the application software. It's a platform. Yes, OS acting like a platform. OS acting like a platform. On top of OS, we can run all the application softwares, maybe C or C++, Java or anything. Even for MS Office also OS required. Without OS, we can't do anything. So it's acting like a platform. Okay. See, not only platform. Suppose C program generating some output. C program generating some output. So first of all, C program output goes to OS. Okay, C program output delivered to OS, and then transferred to output device, maybe monitor. Suppose reading from the keyboard. So first keyboard data, keyboard data goes to OS. Okay, OS to C program. OS is C program. Okay, not only C program here, maybe Java. Suppose any program, C program or C program, Java, Python, something like this, any program delivering output. So first of all, output delivered to OS and then transfer to output device. Suppose reading from the keyboard, input device, reading data from the input device, maybe keyboard. So that the keyboard data simply goes to OS. So OS to this program site. So between application software, between application software and hardware. So between application software and hardware, there is a OS. There is a OS. Like is a middle layer. OS is a middle layer between application software, and hardware. Right? Okay. That means interacting like a interface, mediator. It's a mediator between these two layers. Okay, between application software and hardware here. So OS, yes, it's a middle layer between application software and hardware. Right? Means like interface. So OS is acting like interface. It's an interface. Interface means mediator. Interface. So OS is interface between application software, hardware components. Okay, next point. Yes, it is an interface. It's an interface. So OS, it's an interface. Yes, it's an interface between. Yes, it's an interface between. Yes, application software. Yes, application software and hardware components. Application software and hardware components. Application software and hardware components. Right? Okay. So what is OS means? Simple answer. What is OS means? It's a platform. So OS is a platform. It's a platform where we can run all the application software. On top of it, all application softwares we can run. Correct. Next, it's an interface. Next, one more point. Yes, it's an interface between application software and hardware components. Interface. Okay. Fine. Next here. See, OS is responsible to communicate between these programs and hardware. Right? Yes, how it can communicate? Here. For this, in OS there is a library. Yes, OS there is a library here. OS contains some library. Yes, input output library. Okay, in OS there is a library here, input output library. So what is library? Library is a collection of functions. C language functions. See, almost all the applications were developed. In C language. So here library means, yes, they are C language functions. Library is a collection of functions. C language functions, input output functions to perform IO operations between application software and hardware components. Right? Okay. Yes. Suppose Java program delivering output. That output goes to output library. Yes, communicates with output device. Suppose Java program reading from the keyboard. So that keyboard data simply goes to input library. That input library to Java program. So between Java program and hardware there is a input output library to perform IO operations between Java program and hardware components. Not only Java program, even other programs also. For every program, there is the input output library. Right? Okay. So every OS has, yes, its own library. Every OS has its own library. Yes, to communicate between application software and hardware components. Right? Yes, OS internally using library. So OS internally using some library. That library contains all input output functions. Library is a collection of input output functions. Library contains all the input output functions. Okay. So every OS has its own library. To communicate with between application software and hardware components. Yes, next, one more important point here. Suppose C program. Before going to start C program here, that C program first of all links with OS library. Of linking, then communicates with the hardware components. Suppose Java program also same. Even Java program are same here. Java program also. So Java program also links with the OS library, then communicates with hardware. So every program has to link with OS library to communicate with hardware components. See, before going to run any program, first of all links with OS library. Of linking with OS library, then communicates with hardware. That link should be done. Otherwise, cannot communicate with hardware. Suppose Java program. In case of Java program, JVM links your Java program to OS library. That link we'll discuss next. So next topic. Okay. So in Java, there is a JVM, Java virtual machine. Virtual machine taking your Java program links with OS library. So once linked with OS library, then communicates with hardware components. Suppose if it's C language, C and C++, that is exe file concept. Okay. Yes, C and C++, that some linkers are there. In C and C++, linkers are there. That linker will link with OS library. Suppose if it's Java JVM links with OS library. C and C++. C and C++ is linker linking with OS library. Right? Okay. So every program, see, maybe C program or Java program. See, every program has to link with OS library. So every program has to compulsory here. Every program has to link with OS library. Yes, library before going to start. Yes, before going to run the program. Before going to run it here. Okay, every program has to link with OS library before going to run it here. Yes, it has to link compulsory. It has to link here. So every program has to link. With OS library before going to run it. Suppose C programming or Java program. Suppose C language. If it is C language, it's a static linking. At the time of creation of exe file, itself a static linking. Yes, I'll explain later. What is static linking? How it's working? We'll discuss next. Okay. See, Java runtime linking. Java is a runtime linking. Means a dynamic link. In C language is static link. C and C++ is a static link, but Java is a dynamically linking here. C and C++ is a static linking. See, every application software, that means every program, all these programs, every program has to link with OS library. Of linking, then starts running here. See, every program has to link with OS library before going to run it. Right? Yes, how that linking here? Some cases statically linking, some cases dynamically linking here. Statically linking means at the time of compilation itself. Yes, statically linking means at the time of compilation. Compile time itself linking to OS library. It's a static linking. Okay, compile time linking is a static linking. Runtime linking is a dynamic linking. Okay. Yes, in case of C and C++, here, yes, linking to OS library at compile time itself. C and C++ is a compile time linking. So statically linking. Yes, when come to Java and Python, it's a dynamic linking runtime. Java and Python both are independent of platform because of dynamic linking. Okay, Java and Python. See, Java, Python both are independent of platform because of it's a dynamically linking. Depends on ways that links takes place. Okay, C and C++, it's a static link at compile time. In C and C++, at compile time itself linking to OS library, it's a statically linking. C and C++ compile time linking, so it's a statically linking. Okay, Java and Python dynamic linking is runtime linking. Yes, static link and dynamic link. I'll show practically. Okay. Yes, I'll take one C program. I'll compile. Next, I'll create one exe file. At the time of creation of exe, how it's linking to OS. So practically that linking I'll show. C program exe file, how it's linking to OS. That I'll explain practically. Next, Java. Yes, one more example, Java program. Yes, how Java program linking to OS library dynamically. That also I'll show. Next, even Python also. Yes, that examples. C example, Java example, Python. These three examples I'll explain here. So how C program linking to OS. Next, how Java and Python linking to OS. Okay, static link and dynamic link. Both I'll explain practically. I'll show that. We'll discuss. Wait, still topic is there. Okay, so this is just idea about OS. How OS is working internally here, right? See here, simple. OS using library to communicate between application software and hardware. Yes, here main point is OS library. Yes, here to understand Java independent platform. Yes, in Java. Yes, first one independent platform, right? Independent platform. Yes, to understand these features here. Yeah, this knowledge that way OS library knowledge. How OS library is working here. Okay, so here every program links with OS library to communicate with hardware components. Yeah, this point is very important to understand the Java independent platform. To understand Java independent platform, this point here. So every program has to link with OS library. Maybe C program, hard C++, Java, Python. So every program has to link with OS library before going to run it. Suppose C program statically linking, Java dynamically, Python dynamically. Yet the topic will see next. Just wait. I'll explain. So step by step I'll clear it. So this is about OS. Okay. I think about OS is clear, right? See, can we run any program without OS? No. No. Because everything is running on top of OS. Everything is running on top of OS. Okay. So what is OS? What is OS? Simple answer is a platform. Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform where we can run all the applications of. It's a platform acting like a platform. Okay, right? Yes, next is an interface. Interface between application software and hardware components. So mediator. Yes, OS is a mediator between application software and hardware. So you get to communicate between application software, hardware. Yes, OS internally using library. This point is important. So OS internally using library to communicate with yes, application software and hardware components. That's it. Okay. So every program has to link with OS library. Every program has to link with OS library to communicate with hardware components. Fine. So this is about OS. How internally OS is working. Enough. This points enough about OS. Okay. Yes. Next. So this is about OS. Next, applications. Let us come to application software. Java is application software. Okay. Yes. Let us go to document here. See the documents. System software, application software. Okay. So before going to application software, yes, about system software, device drivers, OS, device driver. These are the hardware components. Well, this is our topic. OS topic. See this. Hardware, operating system, application software. Hardware, on top of hardware layer, OS layer, on top of it, application software. See here, same points explain this. Okay. See, it's a platform where we can run application software. Yes, it's an interface. Next, every OS has its own library. Yes, next, every program links with OS library. Every program links with OS library before we start execution. Same point just is expand here. Same point just is expand here. So you guys don't worry about nodes, running nodes. Don't write any running nodes, not required here. This document for you only. I'll share it. Tomorrow I'll share this document. I'll share it. I'll share this document for you only. This document for you only. Okay, right? Yes, next here, application software. Java comes under application software. So let us move to application software. Let us move to application software. See the application software. Application software. Yes, in application software, there are two things, front end and back end. In application software, there are again two types, front end and back end here. So what is front end? What is back end here? Let us see about front end, back end here. See front end. See, this is front end. This is front end. Okay, front end. It's a front end, right? It's a front end. Here we are filling form submitting. So this is called front end. It's a front. This forms registration form. Registration form. It's a front end. So this front end taking data from users. We are the users, right? We are the users. Simply calling it end user. We are the end users of this application. We are the end users. End users. So Facebook, we are using Facebook. So we are the end users of Facebook, right? Flipkart, we are using. So we are the end users. End users. We are the end users, right? Okay. So this front end taking data from the end user. So taking data from us. After that, after taking care, once you submit a register, this data goes to some location. This data go to some location, storing at some location. That location is called as backend. Okay, so that location is called as backend. So what is front end? Front end interacts with end users. Front end interacts with end users and collecting data from end user. Collecting data from end user. Backend is to store and maintain data. Okay, see here, front end. Front end. See, these are to interact. These are to interact. These are to interact with end users. It collects data from end user and stores in backend. So what is backend here? Backend. These are used to store and maintain data. For example, databases. In databases, storing data. Files also storing data. So databases and files comes under backend, right? Backend. Okay. So Java comes under front end here. So why front end? Reason here. See here. Here's a form, right? So behind the form, there's a Java program. Behind of this form, Java program taking your data. So the Java program with the help of form taking your data and storing it back end. So Java is a front end. It comes on front end here. So behind of this form, there's a Java program. That Java program with the help of this form taking data. So it's a front end. So Java comes on the front end. So Java is a front end. So let us move to front end software. Yes, in front end here, yes, there are language and packages. Language and package. In front end, language and package. Yes, what is package? Ready-made one, ready to use. For example, MS Office is a package here. Package, ready-made one. See all the ready-made options. File menu, yes, home menu, insert menu. Yes, all the ready-made options, right? It's ready-made one, ready to use. Okay, here no programming. Packages are ready-made one, ready to use. Yes, MS Office, maybe Tally ERP, Tally accounting package. Okay, those things are packages. So readily available. That forms readily available. So fill the form, submit. That is package. No programming. Yes, language means yes, it's a programming. We should write coding here. Yes, in language we should write coding here. For example, C, C++, Java, all this comes in language. So now Java comes in languages. Now let us move to language. Let us move to languages. See how I'm introducing to Java. Just try to observe that way I'm introducing here. See, computer were basically two categories: hardware and software. So ours is software. So started with software. Software, right? Started with software. In software, system software and application software. So Java comes under application software. Java is application software. So that is the reason just moving to application software. So move to application software, right? Yes, in application software, there's a front end and back end. Front end, back end. Our part is front end. So back end not required for us. Now our part is front. Java comes on the front end. So that's the reason moving to front end. So front end, in front end, language and packages. Java comes on languages. So moving to languages. Okay. Yes. In language, low level, high level. Java comes high level. So moving to high level language. Okay. Yes, let us see languages. About languages. Okay. Yes, about languages. About languages. What's a language? Yes, about languages. Now topic is about languages. Okay, Java is a language. Language. What is language? What is language? See, we are speaking many languages like English, Hindi. Yes, maybe Tamil, maybe Telugu. Yes, maybe Gujarati, something like this. We are speaking many languages. Why? For the purpose of communication. For the purpose of expressing your ideas, right? Expressing. Depends on person you facing, using different language. Depends on person you facing here, we are using different language. Why this is? Communication purpose. So language just it's a media of communication. Language, it's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between two living things. Living things, two persons or two animals, maybe two trees. Yes, between living things. Yes, every living thing has its own language. Just is a media of communication. Okay. Now come to software field. In software languages, in software, see in software, we are understanding some language. Computer understanding some other language. So what is computer understandable language? Yes, computer understandable language zeros ones formats. Called a binary code, it's a binary format, zeros ones format. Zeros ones for binary format, it's a binary format. It's a binary code. This is binary code. Binary code. It's a computer understandable language. called as machine language. Yes, computer understanding binary codes. It's a machine language. It's a processor understandable language. Next, what is our language? We are understanding English, right? Our language English, user understandable English language. For example, here, for example, let us take some Java program. Suppose Java program. Suppose test.java. Test.c Java program, right? It's like English language. Just it's English language, so it's user understandable language. English language is user understandable language. It's user understandable language called as high level language. User understandable language called as high level language. So this high level language. Java is a high level language. Okay. Yes. Next, let us take one more example. Suppose Python. Let us take Python here. Python script. Python script. Yes, Python script. One second. Python script. See, this was like English language. So it's a high level language. This is high level language. English language, high level language. One more example. Let us take some HTML. HTML script. HTML. HTML. Suppose HTML. Yes, HTML code. See this HTML. This is also like English language. Here, this language, user understandable language. It looks like English language. This is a high level language. High level language. Okay. One second. Okay. Yes, next here. Next, you can see binary code is system understandable language. System understandable language. Yes, called as low level language. Yes, in software, language are basically two categories. First one, yes, low level languages, low level languages. Second one, high level languages, low level and high level, low level and high level languages, low level and high level languages. So languages in software field here, languages basically two categories here, low level languages and high level languages, low level and high level. Low level languages, yeah, these are system understandable language. Low level, yes, these are yes, system understandable languages, system understandable system understandable languages. They are system understandable language. Okay, so these are in the form binary format. Yes, it's a machine language. Yes, it is a machine language. It's a machine language. Yes, in the form of binary code. This is in the form of binary code. It's binary code. Like yes, ones and zeros format, ones format. Binary code. It's a system, means processor understandable language. Yes, it's a processor. Yes, in your system, this is a processor. That microprocessor. It's a processor. Yes, it's a processor understandable language. It's a processor understandable language. System means it's a processor. It's a processor understandable language in the form machine code, binary code. Yes, it is called as machine language. Okay, it's a machine language. Okay, so low level languages. Yes, it's a machine language. Low level language. It's a machine language. It's a system understandable like machine language. It's a system understandable language in the form binary codes. Okay. Yes. Second one, high level languages. So what is high level language? Second one, high level language. So what is high level language? High level language. Yes, it's a user understandable language. High level language. Yes, it is a user understandable language. It's a user understandable language. Okay. Yes, it is like English language. Like a English language, very easy to understand. Like English language. It's like a yes. So it's like English language. Okay, it's like English language. Yes, very easy to understand. Very easy. Yes, very easy to understand. Right? Understand machine language we can't understand. Okay. Yes, it's a high level language. Very easy to understand. Like your Java program. See Java program. Is high level language. Okay, next. Yes, Python. Yes, high level language. HTML high level language. C is a first high level language. After C language, next all. First is C++. Sorry, first C language. C is a first high level language. First C language, next C++, next Python, yes, after Python, next Java, yes, next COBOL, yes, next yes, .NET. So next, yes, scale like this, there are different languages. HTML like different languages. Okay, all their language here, all their languages, language, they're high level language. So high level like English language. All the languages are high level language. Okay, all are high level. So what are things we are using? All the language high level language. Machine language is low level language. Okay, system understandable language, low level language. It's a low level language. Next, high level language, yes, user understandable like C, C++, Java, and all this, right? Okay, yes. Next, one more thing here. In this language, some generation of language. There are some generations. Generation, yes, generation of languages. Generation of language. Okay, so generation of languages. Generation of language. So how many generation of language? Generation of language. Totally, there are four generations of language. There are four generations. There are four generations. There are four generations. Okay. First L, generation of languages, GL. Simply calling it GL, generation of language. First L. So first L, it's a machine language. First L is a machine language. It's a machine language. Yes, it's a machine language. First L, it's a machine language. Machine language. Okay, it's in the form binary code. In the form binary code. In the form binary code. Like ones and zeros formats. Ones and zeros formats. Yeah. First generation. Next, second GL. Second generation. Second generation, it's assembly language. Yes, it's assembly language. It's assembly language. It's assembly language. Okay, assembly language. See, first and second generation, these two comes in low level languages. First and second generation. First and second generation, they are low level languages. So they are system understandable languages. Computer understandable language. Computer using internally. So you don't worry about these two languages. They are not required for us. Not all required. So these two are low level languages, computer understandable languages. They are not required for us. Okay. Yes. Next, third and fourth generation. Third CL. Yes. Third CL and fourth CL. These are comes from high level language. Third and fourth, they are high level language. Yes. In third CL. In third CL, here procedure oriented language. Third CL. These are procedure oriented languages. Procedure oriented languages. Procedure oriented languages. Like COBOL. Yes, COBOL. See COBOL. Still it's using. COBOL still it's there in the market here. Okay, in our office also COBOL team is there. Mainframe applications. Okay, COBOL. COBOL. Next basic. Yes, basic outdated. Fortran. Very old language. Fortran. Yes, Fortran. Yes, next. Suppose AutoCAD list. Okay. Yes, next. Yes, Python. Python. You can write the procedures. Python. Yes, next. Yes, in database it's a PL SQL scripting here. So these are procedure oriented. What is procedure? I'll explain. What is procedure? I'll explain. Just wait. The next, fourth generation. Yes, in fourth generation there are different languages like functional oriented languages. Functional oriented languages. Okay, functional oriented C and Python. C and Python. Okay, C and Python. Okay. Yes. Next, second one. Yes, objects. Objects oriented. Yes, objects. Yes, oriented. Object oriented programming means hoop language. Object oriented programming languages. Programming language, right? Yeah, these are like C++. Okay. Yes, Java, C++, Python. Yes, next Java. Yes, 1 second. Java. Yes, and Scala. These are object oriented. Scala. Okay. Yes, next. Third one here. Third one. Yes, object based. Object based. Yes, object based. Yes, object-based languages. Object-based languages. Object-based language. Yes, it's a JavaScript. JavaScript and Object-C. Object-C language. Yes, Object-C language used in Android. Object-C using in Android application development. Okay. Yes. Next, fourth one. Yes. Purely. Yes. Object-oriented programming language. Purely object-oriented. Programming. Object-oriented programming and purely object-oriented programming. Yes, I'll explain. Just a minute. I'll explain. See, these are high-level languages. Third and fourth generation high-level language. Just we are using high-level language. Yes, here first and second generation, these are computer understandable. So computer internally using these two languages, those are not required for us. Not required. So this is our area for thinking, right? This is our area. Yes, in this here. Procedure oriented language and functional oriented. Somewhat looks like same. Procedure and function. What is procedure? What is function? See, some X. Okay. X is to handle some task. X is starting any here. In this some statements. First statement. Yes, next statement. Okay. Next statement. Okay. Yes, next statement. Something like this. Okay. Some statements like this. Some statements X. Yes. X. Yes, it's a function or procedure. Function, procedure. These are set of statements. Function or procedure contains some set of statement to perform some task. Performing some task. Okay. Yes, the difference. Function and procedure both are set of statements to perform some task. The difference is here. Suppose it is return some value. Suppose return of 10. Returning value. Suppose if it is returning value, maybe 10 returning, 10 points for returning. So returning some value, some string returning, something, some value returning, correct? Suppose if we returning some value called as function, this is called as function. This is procedure. Procedure no return value. Procedure no return value. Function and procedure. Function and procedure both are similar. Function and procedure both are similar. Both are set of statements. The difference is here. Both are set of statements to perform some task. Function and procedure both are similar. Both are set of statements to perform some task. The difference is here. Function returns a value. Procedure does not return a value. Return value is a difference. Return value. Right? Okay. See here. Procedure oriented. Yes, in this programming here, in this Python, PLC, here writing procedures. So every task handling by the procedure. So called as procedure oriented. So when come to C language, C is a functional oriented language. In C language, every task by the function. Yes, without function, there is no C program. To compile the C program, at least one function required. To compile C program, at least one function required. Okay, otherwise it won't compile. C program contains all the functions. In C program, every task by the function. That's the reason called as functional oriented language. C is a functional oriented language. Okay. Next, Python. C. In Python, we can write the procedures concept as well as functions. Both we can do that. In Python, we can write both procedures and functions. That depends on situations here. We can use procedures and functions. Right? Okay. Yes. Next, object oriented programming language. So what is OOP language? So what is object oriented? Okay, just object oriented. Actually, it's OOP. OOP. So what is OOP? OOP is a concept. Actually, OOP is a concept. OOP is a concept. It's not a language. Yes, it's a concept here. OOP, it's a concept. It's not a language. Okay, OOP is a concept, not a language here. So what's the purpose of this OOP concept? Why introduced here? To achieve data security. Before OOPs, we have the C language. C is a first high-level language. Before OOPs, we have the C language. In C language, everything is global. Data is global. In C language, data is global. There is no security for data. To achieve data security here, OOPs concept was developed here. Okay, so C language plus OOP is a C++. C language plus OOP is a C++. That's it. C++. C language plus OOP concept is C++. Okay. Yes, like C++, in Java also OOP concept implemented here. Yes, OOP is having some features here. OOP is a concept. It's not a language. Okay. So main purpose of OOP is to achieve data security. So apart from data security here, Many features are there. OOP is having some features like encapsulation, data abstraction, method overloading, inheritance, and polymorphism. They are main features. Apart from other features, yes, in OOPs, totally 10 features are there. Totally some 10 features. Out of 10 features, any language which is supporting main features like encapsulation, data abstraction, say data security. Next, method overloading, inheritance, polymorphism. So any language which is supporting that main features, that language called as object-oriented programming language. Okay. Yes, in actual OOPS concept, I'll explain very clearly. What is encapsulation? What is data abstraction? What is inheritance? All that concepts we'll discuss in Java OOPS. In Java OOPS, we'll discuss. Okay. So any language which is supporting OOPS features, that language called as object-oriented programming language. Okay. Yes, in OOPS language, every task by the object. Yes, object is like a box. Preparing like a box. Once prepared like a box, here there is security for data. Suppose anything inside of the box, there is security rights. Suppose some items placed inside of the box, that box closed. Once the box closed, gets a security for data. Object is like a box. Data inside of the box, that is OOPS concept. In OOPS concept, data inside the box. Okay, once data inside the box here, there is a security for data. In OOPS, there is a security for data. So main OOP developed to achieve data security. So any language which is supporting that OOP features, that language called as object-oriented programming language. Yes, in the first OOPS language C++. Next is Python. Yes, after Python, next is Java. After Java, next is Scala. Next is Scala. These are the OOPS languages. Okay, first is C++ OOPS language. Next Python developed. Next Java. Next Scala. Java. Yes, after Java, next one more .NET C# also comes in OOPS language. .NET C#. And Scala is a recently developed language. Scala using for the data, big data processing, using with Hadoop applications, Hadoop framework, big data. To handle big data, you can use Scala. Okay, that is different case, entirely different. Yes, next, object-based language, JavaScript and Object-C. So what is, yes, object-based language? See, object-based language similar to object-oriented. That means object-based language is similar to object-oriented. That means in object-based language also we can achieve data security. We can achieve data security. So object-based language features are similar to object-oriented. That depends on inheritance. There is inheritance. Object-based language does not support inheritance. Except inheritance, everything same. Okay. Object-oriented programming features, object-based language features almost similar. Like in both cases, we can define the classes, we can write the classes, we can create objects. Okay, we can achieve data security, except inheritance. Object-based language does not support inheritance. So for this example, JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is different, Java is different. JavaScript using with HTML for client-side validations. JavaScript using with HTML for client-side validations. Java program server-side using for server-side validations. JavaScript is for the client-side validations. Java is server-side validations. Next, one more thing. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. See JavaScript. See form. Behind of this form, this is JavaScript. Behind of this form, JavaScript is working here. That's JavaScript understanding a browser. See, it's a browser. This form open browser. That JavaScript is running in the browser. So JavaScript is a browser understandable language. What is Java? JVM understandable language. That is different. This is different here. Java is a JVM understandable language. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. JavaScript at the client side, Java at the server side. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is different, Java is different. But code somewhat looks like same. Okay, yes, fine. Yes, next. Next, purely object-oriented programming language. So these are, yes, Python. Python is a purely object-oriented. Scala also purely object-oriented. Python and Scala. Python and Scala both are purely object-oriented. So what is purely object-oriented? What is purely object-oriented? Suppose something is suppose int a equal to 10 declares. That a is global. Anyone can access. Instead of this. Suppose int a instead of this, yes, integer I1 is equal to new integer. So this is creating one object and keeping 10 inside of that object. So this is variable. Variable is open to outside the public. And come to object. This object I1 is object, means like a box. Okay. So this is to create one box. The 10 keeping inside a box. Suppose if 10 inside of the box, there is a data security. Object means like a box. Object is like a box. Inside of the box, placing 10. Okay. Yes. Suppose this is variable. It's a open public. Knows if it is data in the form of variable, there is no security. Suppose data in the form of object here. Data security here, right? Purely object oriented. Everything is subject. No variables concept. Like this. No variables. Okay, Java variables concept is there, C language variables concept, but when come to Python and Scala, no variable concept, everything is objects. Everything is objects. Even 10 also storing like objects. Suppose some characters also storing like objects, string like object, everything is objects. Everything is object means like a box. Or everything will create one box and keeping data inside of the box means it's 100% secure. Okay, so purely object oriented means everything is object in this. Everything is object. That's the reason called as purely object oriented. Purely object oriented more secure than the object oriented. Okay, purely object oriented is more secure than the object oriented programming. That's it. So this is about generation of different generation of languages. Correct? Yes. Next. Fine. Next year. See, same thing explain document also. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. All this explained very clearly. Okay. Yes, function and procedure. The difference also explained very clearly here, right? Yes, next here. See, high level language. Yes, every high level language instruction has to convert into low level language. So Java program, high level language, C program, high level language. That program has to convert into low level language. Who will convert it? Who will convert? Either compiler or interpreter. Either compiler or interpreter will convert from high level language to, yes, binary codes. After conversion, then execution. So what is interpreter and compiler? Interpreter versus compiler. This is most important topic in software field. Yes, everyone must have this interpreter and compiler knowledge. Maybe Java developer, maybe tester, Python developer, everyone must have this knowledge. Minimum basics. Interpreter and compiler. Yes, so interpreter versus compiler. Yes, this topic tomorrow will continue. Tomorrow will continue for the interpreter compiler. Next, what is exe file? What is .class file? Okay. Tomorrow, yes, first half an hour is enough. Next half an hour, yes, we'll go to Java features. First half an hour about interpreter compiler. Yes, next 45 minutes we'll go to Java features. So 1 hour and 15 minutes of class. 78:15. 78:15. Right, okay. Yeah, that's all for today. Yes, any doubts, guys? Yes, guys, any doubts? Hello. Any doubts? Yes. 1 second. Yes, for our batch already WhatsApp group also created. Yes, WhatsApp number. Yes, so WhatsApp, please, anyone pending is that please submit your details. Yes, 8179-189-123. Please submit your name. Next, WhatsApp course you are attending here. Course. Next, WhatsApp time you are attending here. So WhatsApp time you are attending here. Next, your Gmail ID. Yes, Gmail ID required compulsory here. Gmail. Submit this. Already group created. I'll add to your group. Okay, already I think 78 members submitted their details here. Okay, already group created. I will add to that group. Okay, just please, this is my WhatsApp. Please take it WhatsApp number. Okay, yes, if you have any doubts, just ping me in WhatsApp. Yes, I'll clear that. Okay, all you can call also. Just for voice calling also. For voice also, I'm using same number here. Voice calls and WhatsApp for everything. I'm using same number here. Yes, still if you want to call it, you can call me. So at my free time, yes, I'll call back definitely. Right, okay. Yes. So ping me. This is my WhatsApp number. Ping me our details here. I'll add to group. Any doubts are there, just ping me here. I will respond immediately. Right, okay. Yeah. So thank you guys. Yes. So thank you guys. Yes, yeah, that's all for today. That's all. Yes, tomorrow we'll be discussing about interpreter, compiler, and Java features. Tomorrow entering Java features. Okay. Yeah, that's all. Right. Yes. Any doubts? Yes, guys. Any doubts? If no doubts, let us find out. See, like a spoon feeding. My topics are like a spoon feeding. Everyone can understand. Easy to understand. Very clearly, I'll explain it. Right? Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. This is. Please take it. This is my number. Please take it. Right? Shall I wind up? Yeah. So thank you guys. Yeah, daily assignments are there. Everyday assignments. I'll provide assignments, daily assignments. Minimum 3 to 4 assignments I'll give. I'll explain programs plus assignments both here. Everyday assignments will be there compulsory here. Okay. So almost more than 200 examples will be discussing. Okay. Yes, everyday assignments will be there. Compulsory you have to solve some assignments. Daily minimum 3 to 4 assignments. Right? Yeah. Thank you. Yes. See you tomorrow, guys.